Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is good to be back. It's been like a month and a half since I filmed. Today I want to do a first impressions video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and it's been a while since I bought makeup in general, but they had this TIRTIR Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation on sale recently, and I had picked up the TIRTIR Glide and Hide Blurring Concealer a while ago. So I figured let's do a TIRTIR Foundation Concealer first impressions, because I've been so curious about the brand, but I just haven't bit the bullet until now. Look at how tiny and cute this is. I've heard really good things about the cushion foundation, so I'm excited about that. I've heard nothing about the concealer, so I'm more nervous about that. I do know that this concealer is like a dual-ended, so this is a stick concealer. I actually did, I think, a pretty good job with that shade match. Both of these I bought online, so who knows. But it's got a cream and a stick concealer. Usually for my first impressions, I only do the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, but the weather has been crazy in New York lately and my skin has been absolutely dried out. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. This is from Danessa Myricks. This is the Yummy Skin Glow Serum. And I have this shade Juice Boost. This stuff is incredible and it's really just like skincare with a little bit of shimmer to it. I don't think it does anything more than like really hydrates the skin in prep for a foundation, but you can also wear this on your own. So that's why I'm like, this is kind of a skincare step, but it's also kind of a primer. So we're gonna kind of call it both. So I'm cheating because I'm using this primer as well as the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, which is, you know, I use it for all of my foundation first impressions, all my foundation wear tests. I actually haven't filmed or put on makeup for like a month and a half because I had broken my foot during Easter. I gaslit myself about it actually being broken for a month, and then I got it checked out a month later, found out it was broken, and then I was booted for a month. And literally, I got a clean bill of health on like Monday, not this Monday, but like a Monday a few weeks ago. And then that Saturday, I was flying to Alaska to spread my mom's ashes in Alaska, because that's something she had always wanted to do. We got in her a trip to Alaska before she had passed away, and she wasn't able to make it, so we promised her when she was in hospice that we would spread her ashes in Alaska, and we did, my family did. We spread it in this cute little spot in Seward. I don't even know what it's called. We just kind of like stumbled upon it. And then we did most of her ashes at the Savage River in Denali National Park. So if you're ever in Denali National Park and you're near the Savage River, just say hi to my mom for me and give her my love. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful spot, and it felt really good to let her rest, you know? And I think she was definitely with us the entire trip. We had incredible weather. We saw so many animals, so much wildlife, and we had a really good time. Okay, for the TIRTIR foundation, it does come with this little, what is this called? Cushion, what is this? Applicator. And then here is the foundation. As you can see, literally haven't used it before. I think I did okay with the shade match. It's hard online to figure out what shade I'm supposed to be. Let me just make sure I'm so dry. I'm gonna take it on the little applicator it gives me. I do have my makeup sponge too. I haven't used a cushion foundation in so long. All right. Whoa. I mean, that has way more coverage than I thought. It doesn't look like there's anything on this little sponge. How am I supposed to clean this? Whoa, look at the coverage. Whoa, it's just keep going. It's just continuing to go. This is perhaps a little too late for me right now. I don't love the applicator. I'm gonna use a little bit more on the applicator. I like it for application, but whoa. I can't get over how full coverage this is, like off the bat. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it looks like with just the applicator, then I will blend it out with a sponge, but this is what it looks like just applicator. Very dewy, very nice. I think like the problems I have are like right around my brows. It just got a little crazy. Like, it's hard to blend around my nose with the applicator, but I actually think it looks overall pretty nice. You can definitely see where I stamped over here. So just be warned, I don't think the applicator is perfect, but it does apply really nicely. Like I said, it was really pretty. It had really good coverage. It had really good coverage off the bat, which I don't know why I was not expecting that. I know it was like this specific cushion foundation was all the rage like a while ago, but if I'm being so honest, I really don't listen to trends. I know I had you nice and close for the blending of it all, but here's the foundation blended with a beauty sponge. I think it looks really nice. Way more full coverage than it's like way more coverage than I was expecting, but it doesn't necessarily, I don't think it looks clumpy or anything. I actually think my chin, which is the driest part of my face now, looks actually very hydrated. It actually looks really nice. We'll see how things layer on top of it though. Specifically, this concealer. I feel like I'm gonna do one side of this concealer, the cream side, one side the stick side. That just makes the most sense to me. And I'm gonna blend it out with a sponge. Stick concealer. I get a little anxious about stick concealers. Marc Jacobs used to have a really nice one, but sometimes I feel on my dry skin, it feels too dry. There was a little bit of tugging. It's not the creamiest thing I've ever used. I do think I did really well on the color match though. Let's try to blend this in with a little sponge. I think this is a light coverage concealer, at least the stick side. I will say for a stick side, I do feel like it looks really good, even though you can still definitely see my dark circle peeking out. Even though I slept so much this weekend, it does feel like it's covered a little bit. It feels like a natural coverage, and it does look pretty natural. You could definitely still see my veins and all of that, but the pigment is subdued. Let's try this cream concealer side. Why am I more nervous for this one? Okay, I'm just gonna do that. This feels like a different shade. Am I crazy? I'm gonna do a little bit on my nose and a little bit on my forehead. Tiny bit on my chin as well. Going in with the sponge. So strange. Wow, they actually look ridiculously similar. Like the coverage looks the same, the finish looks the same. This one might be just slightly less dewy than this side. I'm gonna layer, okay, just on my dark circle, a bit of this cream concealer, and I'm gonna let it kind of dry down a little bit and see how it builds on top of itself, especially because this side has the cream first over the stick. I'm gonna blend it out with my finger actually, which I don't usually like to do anything with my fingers in terms of blending. It gives me the ick. I will say the stick on top of the stick built better than the stick on top of the cream, but still really, really negated the dark circle. That looks really nice. Let me zoom you in so you can see both the foundation and the concealer. Nothing is set yet, so this is what it's like. Look at how this is the stick concealer side. I actually really, 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 really enjoy this. I don't see it settling into lines yet, which is surprising. Okay, it looks really nice, much dewier than I expected. Sometimes with stick concealers, they are a little too matte. And this is the cream concealer. The cream concealer, as you can see, it is settling into lines in my eyes and underneath my eyelids. Interesting that this side isn't. I still think it looks phenomenal though. I did put a little bit of concealer on my nose, my forehead, everything just blends really well together. I'm really impressed with this. This looks really, really nice. I'm gonna move on to the rest of my face. Face is done. Let's set this puppy down. I'm just going to the cream concealer side, just going to tap out any of the stuff that's settling with a nice warm finger, and then just setting it down with some powder. Same on this side, minimal creasing on the stick concealer side, really nice. Absolutely no creasing underneath the eye on that side. Feels like something I can take with me on vacation because it feels very user-friendly. Feels very like you don't need time, you can blend it out with your finger. It's light enough that it's not gonna look out of place if you just have a little bit somewhere on your face. We're gonna set it with a little spray and then we'll do one last look at the base and then I'll put on the rest of my makeup. Zoom in one last time. Hello. Okay, looks really, really beautiful. I'm even really digging the concealer having like light coverage. I kind of like that I can see some of my veins, some of my color peeking out. It looks like, since it hasn't completely wiped out and like made up my eyelids a blank slate, I don't feel like I'll need to add if I want to do like a no makeup because it still has some of the dimension since it's so light coverage. So it looks like almost like I have some kind of something on my eyes when I don't. Pretty. The nose looks really nice. Look at that. Cheeks, killer. Forehead, killer. It's all looking so fabulous. I'm gonna do the rest of my face off camera, and then I'll come back for a final first impressions on the TIRTIR products. Okay, this is the final look. Let's do a little close-up on the foundation for a final first impression. My first impression is I love this. It looks so nice. I mean, I literally have only had it on my face for a half an hour, but it's so fresh. I think that's what it is. Like, it's so fresh. I think my under eyes look really good. I actually might prefer the stick side over the cream concealer side. Everything just looks so nice. Like, when you have a good base, everything else is just set up for success, and I do feel like that was a really, really, really solid base product. So let me just do where I'm not talking. I really, really like that. I'm actually really excited to continue to use it. Wear test will be incoming for this and the concealer. I think I'll do them separately so one doesn't disturb the results of the other. But yeah, guys, this is the final look. It's so pretty. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.